Good evening. Good Sunday night, people. How's everybody doing? Hello, Yoakum. It's cold outside here in Indiana. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary if today's your birthday or you got married today. Okay, people. Today is I got my socks on. You see, I got the blanket on. I am cold. If I turn the temperature up, I can't breathe. It just gets too hot. This house is so well insulated. People, as you see in the title, December the 7th, 1941. What happened over 60 years ago, probably 80 years ago, maybe longer? In case you all not up on history, I figured they would have some movies on TV, excuse me. It's the day they bombed Pearl Harbor there in Hawaii. Hello, Jacob. Just fine. Went to the store, got me 2 more 24 packs of Pepsis and a bunch of other stuff, some sauerkraut. Got me some more Wendy's hamburger. At least JC store in Scottsburg had Wendy's hamburger. Last week they did, but they did today. I love Pepsi. People, I don't care if you love Coke, Dr. Pepper, RC, or water. I'm a diabetic. And I drink Pepsi Zero. Well, people said it got artificial flavor stuff in it, just like diet drinks does. People, I want to tell you a story. Back years and years ago, over 30 years ago, when I was married, I never did bully any of my wives. I didn't beat them up. But this one wife, you got to clean the house up, keep peace in the family. I was laying on the floor watching TV because I like to lay on the floor to watch TV, especially when it had thick carpet on it. And the old lady came home and stuck a knife to my chest and dared me to breathe. Who got bullied, me or her? Plus, I'm going to tell you another story. I was kind of like a reporter, took pictures for newspapers, and I took pictures at the racetrack. I don't know if this was Saturday or on a Sunday. I had to go down to Kentucky, a dirt track, to take pictures. But I knew what was happening at my house while I was gone. I got down there to Kentucky, this dirt track. And they decided to go with somebody else with pictures. And somebody told me what my ex-old lady was doing. And who say, I'm going to use a fake name, Lincoln Mike. Lincoln Mike. That's not the person's name. Well, I'm going to guess The weather's probably up in the 30s. It's been around 30s all day. We've been talking about sprinkling rain, but I got a feeling it's going to get colder because I see, I guess it was Scott County, up on the main county road, putting that stuff down, it's salt water or whatever you want to call it. Well, and I decided to come back home. I came home. No, I don't drink coffee. I tried black coffee. That's not too bad. I tried coffee with milk or cream in it. That stuff tastes icky. I tried it with sugar. Don't like it. Black coffee is not bad, but coffee instead, I know some people, it keeps you awake. Let's get back to the XO lady and Lincoln Mike. Well, since I knew she was going to have a boyfriend there, I parked about a block away in a church parking lot. Took my cameras and walked over my house. There was Lincoln Mike's vehicle. Peeked in the window. The old lady and Lincoln Mike. Lincoln Mike's is a fake name, just like John Doe and Jane Doe. Well, the XO lady and Lincoln Mike was on the floor, naked as a jaybird. You can guess what they doing, common sense. And I looked, the kids was watching Mommy and Lincoln Mike doing their thing. So after taking a couple of pictures with my Pentax K1000 camera, I left, got in the car, stayed gone for a while. I went someplace else. And the next day, I came back later on. I said, "How's your day go?" She said, "Honey, I miss you, this and that." But I knew what she was doing. And fun thing about it, Lincoln Mike, or John Doe, whatever you want to call the a-hole, he was married. He was cheating on his wife. And the next day, I went down to my lawyer's office, took my kids with me, and it happened my lawyer had another lawyer in there with him, wanted to talk to me too. And that other lawyer is the judge that we were going in front of. And I told him my kids' names and this and that. Tell me what you saw Mommy doing yesterday. Said, Mommy and Lincoln Mike was on the floor, didn't have the clothes on in front of them. They heard it from both of the kids. And I filed for divorce that day, but the lawyer's secretary came out, which both lawyers is dead, which is Bill Clary and Harry Painter was the judge. And that's a true story, people. I got trust issues with females. When you make a commitment, people, you're supposed to stay true. I've never bullied a wife, never hit a wife. Why can't people be true to their mate? Why can't boyfriends and girlfriends, when they're in school, why can't they be true to each other? I just want, like I said, I got trust issues. Nobody's perfect, people. We both was young and stupid. I was an alcoholic. I was into Mary Jane, which you all know that's marijuana, into blotter acid. That's about the only two kind of illegal drugs I done back there then. And some of my kids said, Dad, if you go to get a girlfriend, make sure she's older than me. 45 or 50. I don't care if they're 30 years old. We got to talk, get to know each other. You like kitty cats, you like doggy, what food you like, what food you don't like, what TV shows you like, what music you like. You like scary movies. You like NASCAR, basketball, football, tennis, stuff like that. See what you got in common. Age is just a number, people. I'm not rich. Can't be nobody's sugar daddy. God knows what I've been through. If I was lying to you about me bullying the ex-wife, hello, peacemaker. Yeah, I keep it short. Hello, 709. Welcome, peacemaker. That's what we need in this world. We need more peacemakers in this world. We wouldn't have problems in other countries. We won't have any problems here in the United States. As you all been seeing on the news, I guess I guess you all saw on the news, I said Friday, I would say, that Congress passed that $600 for Social Security. It passed. How many of you people bet when it goes to the Senate, which I guess the Democrats controls the Senate, what you think? Will it pass the Senate? I don't have faith in the Senate of the United States. Look, we were shut down for over 30 days because of the Democrat senators. To me, they're in the doghouse. They're in the doghouse. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, or what. I don't like what they're doing. I'm a Democrat, and I don't like what the Democrats did on that shutdown. I don't like it, people. It's up to your younger generation to write letters, emails to your senators. Peaceful. No threatening anybody or threaten to kill anybody, because that's intimidation, and FBI or Secret Service is going to come and get you. Do it peaceful, because your young people is very smart. Your young people got good YouTube channels and TikTok, Twitch, X. You are very smart. It's up to your younger generations. Protect us old people. Because one day your dad and mom is going to be old. You're going to be old. It's up to the younger generations to take, help us old people out. And after I went, that's about all the DIY for right now. That I went to Walmart, got some things, left there, and went to the JC store in Scottsburg today. And lucky in the hamburger section, they had Wendy's hamburger all wrapped up. I guess Wendy's is selling hamburgers to stores. Well, I fixed me, not tonight, but when I first got it last week, or maybe week before, it tastes like Wendy's hamburger. It was plain. But I've learned a lesson, people. The first and second hamburger I fixed in the skillet was good. The third and fourth, I know, ladies, if it was here, you just tell me, wash the skillet out and start all over again. You're 100% right. I want to thank you, because you're all very smart ladies. I also want to thank all the new subscribers. And on my views, as I see, I'm up to 103,000 views. And that's good. But by looking at how many subscribers I got, I think it's 739 subscribers. I'm a long ways off from 1,000 subscribers. Today is December the 7th. And you know how many more days left until Christmas. And, well, God, hello, naughty pig. Man, I gotta get my ink pen out if I can. Heck, when I'm laying down, I try to look underneath my pillow. Yeah, you was on last night. Sorry I ain't got my shirt on, people, but I feel like I'm in a straitjacket. Now I gotta find some paper. The NAUGH2Y. See, I written your name down, naughty pig, because I want to look you up. People, I don't care if your name is John Doe or Lincoln Mike or Jane Doe. You can look your name up, people. Let me put the blanket back on me, Kathy. Kathy is my kitty cat. Oh. And you can look on Facebook, Twitch, X, YouTube. You'd be surprised how many people has the same name as you. Same age, some younger, some older. Hello, Cop Watch. How you doing, young man? I know you're not young, but that's okay. See, there's Kathy. You know, what, Kathy? What? Yeah, I know. You want to get married. Sorry, there's no more baby kitty cats in here. No. A good mama kitty cat would pick up the baby by the neck and put him in the cat box and train you how to use a cat box. I'm not going to go through that crap again. I love kitty cats, but having 15 to 18 kitty cats in the house, not again. I'm not going to do it again. Why you come over here and lay down? Look at the people on YouTube. They like animals. See, people, these kitty cats in the house, they're my therapy animals. They keep me calm, relaxed, make sure I get my exercise. They let me know when the water pan gets empty. And like Kathy here, she usually taps me on my face, That's what she's doing, tapping my hand. She don't want me to stop giving her loving. If I don't wake up, then Kathy will bring her toenails up. Kitty cat's toenails is like razor blades. They can cut that crap out of you. I can show you scratches on my legs and stuff like that. And I get abused by my kitty cats. Well, the next road trip I would make would be Tuesday. This and that. Pick up the county newspapers for 3 counties, Clark County, Scott County, and Washington County. What? I guess Kathy wants to be on YouTube tonight. And I want, like I say, wish everybody happy birthday, happy anniversary if you got married today's date or got married on today's date. As you see in the title, December the 7th, 1941. What happened on this day? I know today is 2025. But what happened over 80 years ago, in December the 7th of 1941, which is probably movies on TV, probably the news, places like that. December the 7th, 1941, in Hawaii, they bombed Pearl Harbor. On December the 7th of 1941, the Japanese did. That's a very important day. Today is to what if it some survivors and family members of your parents that been in Pearl Harbor attacked, and that was a sad time. That was a sad time, people. They arrested, in Hawaii, if you remember from history, they arrested a bunch of Japanese, thought they were spies, put them in prison camps, this and that, and all this. And also, people, recap on the news. And as you saw on the news and the internet, the U.S. Supreme Court going to rule on birthrights. Because some ill people was born here maybe from illegal parents. Okay, people, I do not agree with them. People, if you was in the service, say stationed in Germany or Japan or wherever, Vietnam, and your kid was born in the country, in, say, Germany, Japan, at those bases, that will affect them too. That means they're not U.S. citizens the way the Democrats wants to do. That means your birthrights will be illegal. Just think about it, people. Use common sense. Them kids that was born in the United States, they can't help it they was born here. I want you people out there whose mom or dad was in the service, you was born in Germany or Japan at that time, the way they filed the thing in the U.S. Supreme Court, that means you're not going to be a U.S. citizen if those judges rule on it. You all out there smart, good reporters, just think about it. And, I know years ago, maybe 40, 50 years ago, probably 50 years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court, I can't remember what case it was, they ruled that you cannot make a law for one group of people. It has to be for all people of the USA. By them picking on Mexicans, that go against what the U.S. Supreme Court. You can't make a law just for Mexicans' birthright. You got to make it for everybody. That means the people who was in the service. That you was born in Germany or Japan or Vietnam. People, does that mean if the U.S. Supreme Court rules that it's illegal? Does that mean if you was born in Germany or Japan or Vietnam, you have to go back to your country? I want you people to think about it. You know, I just want you all to think about it. Oh, come on, Kathy. I said stop it. Well, I'm going to play with it a minute. I got to find. Uh, I guess that picture won't come up. Oh, well. No, that picture ain't going to come up. Let's try this one. Nope, that one ain't going to come up. I guess I'm going to have a green screen because it won't come up. Well, that's my fault, people. I screwed up, as always. I screw up as usual. I guess maybe I should have done that at the beginning, I would think, but I screwed up as always. And that's okay. We are allowed to make mistakes. Yeah, I figured it out 709. You know, I could screw up a wet dream. You know. Well, I know how to fix it, but I ain't gonna turn it off and log back in. Let's see. No, man, it makes me mad. That's okay. I should have done it at the beginning. You know, when I first got on here. That's my mistake. See, people, I do make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm not smart when it comes to computers and stuff like that. You know, I'm not smart. And I did take, you see, I did trim my mustache up because this one was was down here, but I kind of trimmed it up tonight. Had pizza for supper. I stopped at the dollar store. I was going to get me some pudding, instant banana pudding, but the dollar store didn't have nothing. And that's okay. While I was at the JC store, people, I forgot the turkey. So when I'm out Tuesday, I get the turkey. If I don't forget it again. It's not before I go, because I'm getting old. I don't write anything down. Dad always had a grocery list. But I know what I want to get at the grocery store. And that's one reason I went to the JC store to get me a butterball turkey. And I didn't do it. You know, just like, you know, I got a calendar in the bathroom. I got one up on my wall, one up on my wall there. And the one in the bathroom's got doctor's appointment, payday, bill times, uh, family members passing away, ex-wives who died 2 years ago yesterday on the 6th. That's my son's mother, Mary. I always write things down on there. Doctor's appointment, payday, bill pay, and stuff like that. There have to be a way. Current select media can't be fetched. Try select a different media. Like I say, people, That's what I get trying to fool around. I don't even know how to turn off the green screen. Meh. You know, I like Butterball because they are easy to fix. I think it's Butterball. They got that little thing in it. It pops up when it's done. But I take everything that's stuff inside of the Butterball or any turkey, put it in the pan and cut the bag open and dump everything out of the bag. I put about 3 sticks of butter inside of the turkey and rub it all down in the turkey. I soak the whole outside with butter. You know, I do it. And it's pretty good. You know, if you like, I know too much butter, people, make you a little bit on the fat side, but you know, like I say, I soak it in butter. Like I said, I use about 3 sticks of butter inside the turkey. Then I soak it down on the outside of the turkey. And while it's in the oven, I get a spoon or a scoop and put that melted butter and all that, put that on there and keep it going brown. And, you know, I like it. I did get me some stove stuffing. People, I miss homemade dressing. Like I say, I get a good looking foxy lady that knows how to fix dressing with sage. You know, I'm not talking about the sage that you buy in the grocery store. That's good, but Dad and Grandpa and them grew it in the garden. But my turkey's kind of nice and juicy, you know. And that's what I like, but I don't know what you call it. Kind of like a crock pot, but it's bigger in a crock pot, you know. Maybe it's 2 feet long and that with, you got a pan you can sit inside of it. It's a small turkey. If your turkey won't fit in it, yeah. Oh, why you kitty cat got to sit on me? And they had chicken, they had turkey, they had another one I never heard of. I wasn't going to try that. But dressing, people, Mom always, around Thanksgiving and Christmas, she fixed 2 kinds of dressing. The regular dressing and dressing with oysters in it. My dad and Grandpa like oyster dressing. Not me. I like regular dressing. And I'm just not going to get married just to have a good-looking cook. And I did buy me some Velveeta. It's not shells. It's kind of like, I don't know how you call it. It has hamburger in it. I can't remember. I sure ain't going to walk into the kitchen to look at the box. I got me 2 boxes. The only place I found that is at Walmart. I haven't found it at the JC store or Dollar Store or Dollar Tree. I did buy some hot dogs, bologna. The kitty cats got to eat some hot dogs and bologna. Well, but I forget what they call it. But the kitty cat's on my lap. I can't get up to go and look it up. But tomorrow I will. You put it in the microwave. I think it's a minute. But before you put it in the microwave, you take it out of the box. It's still sealed up. You take the pack of Velveeta cheese off of it, then put it in the microwave for about a minute. It's not shells. It's kind of like lasagna, but it's not lasagna. But maybe they're about a half-inch wide, and I wish I knew what it's called. Come on, ladies, help this old man up. It's made by Velveeta. No, it's not Hamburger Helper. Come on, kitty cats. Move, move, move. I gotta go because it's driving me up a wall trying to think of what it's called. I gotta move my tripod. Unplug my phone. Oh! What? I don't like that green screen. They call it Velveeta cheese balls. They call it Velveeta cheese balls. Is what it's called. And that's it tastes pretty good. My son tried the other one. He didn't like it. I love it. Excuse me. Move. I'm trying to sit down, Kathy. You don't have to get right there on the edge. And Velveeta cheese bowls. Oh, wow. But, it does taste pretty good, people. It's called Velveeta cheese bowls. And I like it. You put it in the microwave, cook it for 1 minute, then you pull the cover back, then you cut the cheese stuff and put it in there and start using your fork or spoon and turn it all over. You would have to fix 2 of them if there's 2 people in the family. If it's just me, I can eat the whole thing. I'm going to look up this Naughty Pig and see if they got any videos. And people, I don't want you to forget about November the 7th of 1941. The people we lost during the Pearl Harbor attack. And maybe you had great grandparents that was in there during that time. And but I want everybody to have a good week. People starts to go to school tomorrow. People's going to work tomorrow. People going back to college. If you go to college or a trade school close to home. So I don't like this green screen. I tried everything to get out of it. I can't get out of it. I guess the only way I can get out of it is when I get off of YouTube. And but it's okay. We learn from our mistakes, people. We learn from our mistakes. And I learned one tonight. But everybody, it's Christmas time. People gonna be in a bad mood. They're gonna be sad. People gonna have birthdays around Christmas. Like me, I hate Christmas because when my birthday is. There's people who lost loved ones. They lost them on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or sometime before Christmas or after Christmas. They can't get together with their family. Just like me. I miss my mom and dad. Hello, Alexi. You could turn your butt around. I don't need your butt into my face. Well, she got down. But like I say, I got smart kitty cats. I don't think any animal is stupid. Dog, cats, pigs, horses, cows, chickens, roosters, goats, donkeys, horses, I don't think are stupid. I've been watching stuff on TikTok today. There's more about that raccoon that got drunk, broke into a whiskey store. Man, that town, that whiskey store is going to be famous. I wouldn't mind having a shirt or a sweater with that on that. Maybe on the front or the back. That's something you're not going to forget, people. And they also showed an AI video. That has to be AI. Raccoons are standing up with signs to release their buddy from jail. I didn't think raccoon, I guess any animal would drink alcohol. I would think. I don't know. I know animals, people, is smarter than we are. But what, Kathy? I'm not going to pet you. Can I take my time and talk on YouTube? Huh? No, what not? You know. Yeah. Show them, talk to them people. Say, hi, my name is Kathy. Yeah. That is a pretty kitty cat. But, you know, she wants a husband right now, 709. You know, since it's winter time, I got a feeling it's the cat food. Because some cat food, they're okay. Yep, in heat. And I said, no, you're making me mad. I'm a tom person, but not a tomcat, and you're not going to have any babies. I cannot stand any more babies in this house. Outside kitty cats, I don't care, because those mama cats teach them how to hunt mice, rabbits, squirrels, birdies. But in here, they know outside they can use the bathroom anywhere. But you as a mother cat got to pick your babies up and put them in the cat box. That's what a good mama kitty cat does. I don't want no more mama kitty cats in my house. I might bring some outside female kitty cats, but they ain't gonna be no tomcats, because I'm not having any more babies. If I ever get rich, you know, that's one reason, people, I want to get those 1,000 subscribers and get monetized. I've told you I want to use that money to fix my house up. You know, buy things for my kitty cat. And right now, with 5 female kitty cats, I know I'm getting there, but I don't think I'm going to get 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. I don't think that's going to happen, but I got my faith in the God, people, that I would get my 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. Like today is December the 7th. I know it's not 1941. It's 2025. But since today is December the 7th, 1941, because you all know what happened on December the 7th of 1941. The Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. Lucky they ain't any things on movies like Tor on TV, this week. That surprised me. There's not anything like it on there. I done had 2 glasses of water tonight. I'm going to turn into a Pepsi alcoholic. People, it's Sunday night and all this. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I want you people to thank a nurse, either at the doctor's office or in the hospital. It takes a very special nurse to work in a hospital. Okay, thank you, 709. It takes a very special person to work in the hospital as a nurse, in the ER, the critical care unit, the people who have heart attacks, or babies that's real sick. I want you all to thank the nurses for the service that they do in the doctor's office or the hospital. So I salute you all. And you all have a great week. I should be on here tomorrow, but with the internet that we got, Spectrum TV, I never know. Yeah, I never know. What I like, people, for Christmas is a new laptop with 1 gigabyte of hard drive, a good graphics card, plenty of RAM. They kind of call that like a gaming computer. Is what I like for Christmas. Go into my description of my YouTube. You'll find my post office box. You'll find my PayPal account, which is Thomas Cartwright Sr. is my PayPal account. My Cash App is the $ Tom Cartwright 4375 is my Cash App. If you've been following me, I've told you what I was going to use the money for. And I've told you once I get those 1,000 subscribers or 1,001 subscribers, that I'm not going to charge you a membership. I'm not going to do it. If this was good content video, maybe I would. I could use the extra money, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. Like I said, I could use the money. But with that super chats like that from all over the world, I could, I want to use it to help me out with my kitty cats, put a metal roof onto my house, I want to buy a new zero turn. If you look at Scott's Ace Hardware Store in Scottsburg, Indiana, that's only 6 miles north of me. You see what it costs. I guess they would deliver it if somebody else buys it. Because I done bought a weed eater, chainsaw. They know me up there. My name is on file in the book. So I want you all to have a great week. Don't work too hard. Kids, tell your parents you love them before you go to bed. Parents, tell your kids you love them. But people, I love you. God loves you. Don't forget, today is December the 7th of 1941. What happened December the 7th of 1941? They bombed Pearl Harbor. Remember this. I know if they still teach history and government in school, you know what happened on this date in 1941. So you foxy ladies, I hear a choo-choo train. That's the funny thing about living in a hole in the ground. It kind of echoes. You can hear it. Just like 65 is to the west of me, maybe 1,000 feet, give or take a little. And if an 18-wheeler blows a tar, I can hear it pop. I mean, it's loud since I'm down in a hole in the ground. They doing short toots. Because I would people, I don't mind living close to a train track, which I don't. But I pity the people who live 30 or 40 feet away from a train track. Like me, you get used to it. I know back in the 70s, 73, 74, when a tornado came through, I was living in a trailer. And, they said you hear train, tornado sounds like a train. That's true. But where I was living, there was a train depot across the interstate where I was living in a trailer. This trailer was wedged between two trees. Now that place is owned by Concrete Lady. So, people, think about St. Jude's Hospital. Think about wounded warriors. They need your help. Don't forget the angel tree people, this time of year. And if you got shop with a cop here in the United States, help them out where they can help kids. I love you all very much. God loves you. Sorry, people, I ain't got my shirt on. Because some people gets mad. But when I got a shirt on, it feels like I'm in a straitjacket. I was about ready to get off, Jacob. And because I don't want to spend 2 or 3 hours on here. maybe Christmas, I might be on a couple hours, but I'm not going to get any. Hello. How did he get back on? He been blocked. I want to see. Well, I might try that. I might try that. I don't really like Mountain Dew, but I give it a try because Mel told me something. I got the sauerkraut today and the hot dogs, plus I got the hamburger. Mel said um, try try it out, and I'm going to try it out. But like I say, people, how did he get back on? I blocked him from getting on that's one thing I hate, people not being on my computer. So, people, I catch you all tomorrow. Let's see. This guy message been deleted. One message, 3 timeout, one hidden. He only got 185 subscribers. I don't know how he got that 185 subscribers. But well, I tell you, Jacob, I tell you, I don't like him or his fat wife. You know, she's fat. I'm not even subscribed to his YouTube channel. Somebody must told him. Yeah, I don't know. She's in the living room or the kitchen, and somebody must told him I'm on here. Doggy Dino, what do you think of the younger generations? Well, you have to help us old people out. Like your father and mother about Social Security. You know, and this and that. You got to help us out. Because one day, Doggy Dino, you're going to be old. It's up to your younger people to write letters or emails to your congressmen and your senators to get the gas prices down. You do it nice and peaceful. And we need to help our veterans out more. You know. And if your younger generations ever get rich, like now you might not have enough, but if you happen to get rich one day, don't forget where you came from. I don't know where that is in Scottsburg. But, you know, people says if I was get rich, I'd buy 10 to 50 acres, build me a bigger house. Yeah, I would get a couple of new vehicles. But I'm satisfied with the house I got, people. It's about 600 square feet. That's a lot for this old man to do. And a bigger house means the more I have to work. You know, but I would be there to watch him build it. Build a basement, make it waterproof, up to code, make sure all my walls is spray foam insulation. That way you get all the cracks. And I would have an attached garage to the house. That means you got really spray that foam insulation around the cracks, your door frame, your window frame, up above. You know, maybe a 2-car garage, but maybe a little bit longer. That way, you, instead of parking 2 cars and having your workbench, if it's long enough, you can park 4 cars in it. if you know what I mean. And where my septic tank is, I couldn't do that. I have to build a regular, probably one-car garage. But I'm not rich. But you people know what I like to have. And but I'm trying my best, people, to be honest with you and everything, because that's what God wants me to do, to be honest with you. I might say something one day about something and I'm wrong. And I admit when I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't get all the facts. But I want to dedicate this video to Sergeant Hidgon, Sergeant Higdon. You know, he's a great deputy sheriff in Clark County, Indiana. And he's not on the take like the rest of those deputies, taking bribes, taking kickbacks, going, shut up! Sorry, people. And he's an honest cop. He arrests his own mother or his sister. He's from Henryville, Indiana. And I want you other police officers, get behind him. He's a very honest cop. I know him over 15 years. You know, the reason the sheriff, Scotty Maple, wants to fire him, who's a dishonest cop, that's a fact. The state of Indiana done prove he's a dishonest cop. But he ratted out on his boss, who was Jamie Noel, the sheriff. But he's in the good old boys clip. But they still looking at Scotty Maples. That is a fact. Why did he tell his jail commander and all that to beat the heck out of this retarded person? That's a fact. It was on the news. Maybe retarded's not the word, but slow. Told him to beat the heck out. You know where that inmate is? The last time it was on TV, he was on his way to a mental hospital. That's a fact. And I don't like it. Why can't Clark County pass a state and federal jail inspection? You know, why can't they do it? Why is people at the Clark County, Indiana jail sleeping on the floor? Why is it? That's illegal. That's illegal. That went on, it was going under Jamie Noel, who's in prison for millions of dollars that he stole from the fire department, Clark County people, EMS people, that he stole. You know. Well, I was going to do a background thing. Put a picture in the background. I can't get out of it. I guess I'm supposed to do it at the beginning. I don't know. I'm new at this green background stuff. So I would try to let it Hey, Naughty Pig, you got any good videos on your YouTube channel? So I got you written down on this paper where I can look you up. Do you have any videos on your YouTube channel? I don't want that. Okay, you joined 7 months ago and got no subscribers. 7 months ago. That's not bad. That's not bad, the Naughty Pig. I'm not nudity. But Cop Picker, they haven't said anything, but man, I feel like I'm in a straitjacket. You know, I can't stretch my arms. I was underneath the blanket. Hey, that's the first time the Blue Brothers been on here. I'm not gonna put this crap on here. I'm not gonna listen to it, Doctor. I don't have to listen to it. That's the second one that I kicked off of my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna put up with it. They're troublemakers. I had one on there from Kentucky. I done kicked him off. I don't know how he got back on. That's one of the people I don't understand. I blocked him from my YouTube channel. I'm not even subscribed to my YouTube channel. I don't like him. You know, what he does, where he lives in Kentucky, but I'm waiting for the Kentucky police to arrest him. I'll watch him through another YouTube channel. I will not watch his YouTube channel. It would upset me. You know. Like I said, I'm not gonna put up with it. Yeah. Like I say, I'm not gonna put up with drama. Just like that one guy in there, Jim Ratliff, or whatever his a-hole name is. I don't want him on my channel. This is my YouTube channel. But I know what kind of person he is. I know God said, I'm not the judge, but this is my YouTube channel. Yeah, but like I say, I'm not going to put up with it. Because people, I had 4 heart attacks. I got high blood pressure. I got diabetes. I got arthritis. I I'm not going to put up with it. Because I'm not going to kill myself because I get upset. And all my moderators knows that I had 4 heart attacks and high blood pressure. They know people who had heart attacks and strokes, high blood pressure. What happened to them? You're right, Doctor Who. As that one idiot said, that Jim, because I'm not going to say anything else, because I know he only has 185 subscribers. He's stupid, dumb, Kentucky hillbilly, which he lives in Kentucky. He kicks you off of his YouTube channel if you call his wife fat. Well, the truth is, she is fat. She's not skinny. She's fatter than me. So, he'll kick you off of his YouTube channel. I'll watch him on somebody else's YouTube channel when he shares his videos. And the Sheriff Austin Garrett is a pretty nice guy. I like Sheriff. And like I said, 709 knows how I am. He knows the trouble that I have with some moderators. I had one moderator had 5 different YouTube names, but it was one person. I've turned him in the videos, the emails, and all that. The emails are the same email, but different names. And he put some of my moderators in time out. And I turned him into the FBI. He's a computer hacker they've been hunting for a while. So I guess they got him. And people, I just don't put up with all the stuff. I'm not going to put up with the drama, harassment, hate stuff. I'm not going to do it. I just ain't going to do it. I don't have to. This is my YouTube. I wish I could blow it up, but you got glasses on. That's pretty good. Well, like I say, I got your name written down. When I get off of YouTube, I'm going to type it into YouTube. I'm going to subscribe to your channel. But I can't do it on my right now. No, the Naughty Pig. No, the Naughty Pig. She been on here for maybe a week. And like I say, a Naughty Pig, I hope you got some videos or something. Like I say, when I get off of here, I will go up to your YouTube channel and if you got videos, you know, I'm going to subscribe to you because you don't have any subscribers. God wants me to help you out. And that's what God wants me to do, people. I haven't forgot where I came from. Well, Lordy. I wish I could blow that picture up. Hey, naughty pig, get a pencil and paper. Get a pencil and paper. And I'm going to give you my email. Well, I don't know. I don't know, doctor. That's how come I got to go to Naughty Pig's YouTube. Naughty Pig. Here's my my email. T Cartwright, CartWright 54 at Gmail. Naughty Pig is T Cartwright, CartWright 54 at Gmail. And you know, tell me where in Indiana. You know, that's my email address. Don't do it. I know, it looks like it could be. It could be. It wouldn't be the first time. I got one person on my YouTube. It's a guy. I got nothing against gay people. I got nothing against gay people. You know, but I'm not into gay stuff. I'm straight. We stop that right here and now. But when I see in the picture, that could be somebody that lives close to me. And like I say, I don't believe in pictures. You know, I've seen people say, send me a picture of you. I'm not going to do it because you can end up on the X-rated site. Ain't that stupid? And the girls that you see a picture of, they could be guys. I've seen that happen. I had a guy on here pretending to be a girl. Kathy, I'm going to smack you. Pretend to be a girl. But since God is with me and all that, I say God got to him and he told me the truth. And I appreciate it. Honesty, people, is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy, people. What? But I'm trying my best, people. Some YouTube channels don't mind drama on their YouTube channel. That's how come they got more subscribers, this and that. I'm trying to make this more of a family. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's a bad habit to be in about 40, 35, 40 years, not 30 some odd years. That's a bad habit to get into. I buy me what they call a bucket. Uh, I got the name on it. I can't show it because it'd be copyrighted. And it's not allowed to advertise tobacco or alcohol over the air, which I ain't gonna do. I tried Copenhagen at one time. I tried Red Man, like leaf red. Oh Lord, that stuff is nasty. I used to use Kayak, Skoal, Grizzly. Right now I'm on Stoker's in the bucket. And I used to pay, when I got my 10 cans of dip, through Kayak, it was about $1.99 a can. It's about $3 a can now. And it's a little bit out of my price range. Don't you dare to use your claws. I don't mind you petting me, but you keep your toenails in. Well, when I went to school, a special school, I can't tell you what type of special school. It was down there in Florida. It was either 2 or 3 weeks. I can't remember. And I went to school down there for a special school training. In a way, it's classified. I can't say what it is. What? No! Go lay down. It's all in your head. You don't need a girlfriend. It's all in your head. Just take it out of your head. She's a smart kitty cat. She went over and laid down. And, that is a bad habit. I know a couple of girls that dips. I haven't seen too many girls that dips anymore. They've been quite better. I see my son's maybe 20 plus years ago. Maybe 30 years ago. When his mom was alive, when we was married, we went to this lady's house. It's on the county line road up there in the other part of Clark County, and it's part of Clark County, Jefferson County, and Scott County. About 3 counties on that one highway. And people, you young foxy ladies, I do not do any illegal drugs, no alcohol. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I do dip. The only drugs I take is what the doctor gives me for my diabetes, my high blood pressure, stuff like that. Cholesterol medicine. I got to fill my pill container up tomorrow since it's Monday, so I have to put all 10 to 15 pills in my pill container. Then I'm going to have to take what refills I got, put in the bag, and go up to the new drugstore. Because when Walgreens transferred everything, when they transferred it, it got 0 refills. I got a whole lot of refills left. They then transferred my refills to the new drugstore. So I'm going to talk to them Tuesday. I'm going to be out Tuesday. I got to take those pills that I got that has refill and ask them to explain it to me. Why didn't I do that? And I got to call the doctor's office, but I want the drugstore to tell me what I have to do. It sounds like, from what I read on the app, that I have to call my doctor and have every one of my medicine sent to that new drugstore. 90 days supply except my pain medicine. You can only get that done for 30 days. But people who takes medicine, if your insurance company will pay for 90 days supply of your medicine, this is Alexi. This is Alexi. She's the baby in the family now. That's Alex's baby. It's Margaret's granddaughter. And it's Kathy's niece. Wildcat baby, it was little Blackie. She died months ago, back in the summertime. I don't know, maybe she ate something or maybe she was sick and God decided to take her. I don't know. Only God knows. And but let you people know, I'm not gay. I'm straight. I'm not into guys. I tell you that right now. Never have been and never will do it. And you foxy ladies, you have to prove to me you're not a guy. You're going to have to prove to me. You know. You have to show me everything. I'm kind of like a doctor when it comes to stuff. You know, I can tell. So, but I want your police officers, no matter where you're here in the United States, I want you to throw your backing into Sergeant Hidgon, Sergeant of the Clark County Sheriff Department in Clark County, Indiana. He's a good officer. I mean a good officer, not on the take, bribes. He gives you the shirt off his back. He has helped people in the, I say, 20 plus years, I would say. He's helped people like kids that might get in trouble. He helps the kids out. He helps adults out, try to get them to go in the right direction. How many po-po or police or 5-0 that would do that? Not too many. And the Clark County Sheriff's Office is crooked. You know, they got a few stranger danger cops on there too. But, that covered up evidence of their kids touching young girls. That's wrong. I'm not going to mention which deputy sheriff it is. And they put that on somebody else. Now, that is a fact. And you people know, I got a phone call that knows me. I can't afford $1,000 P25 digital scanner, 800 megahertz. But that's how come at the first of the video, people, I'm telling you, John Doe or Lincoln Maverick or Lincoln whatever. There's a whole lot of people out there with the same name on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X, Snapchat. There's a whole lot of people. I have looked on YouTube. There's at least maybe 10 or more people with the same name as me. And like Austin Garrett, I call him Sheriff Austin Garrett. There's probably 3 to 10 people with the same name as Austin Garrett. Yeah, go to his YouTube channel. That's the one with a yellow car with a black stripe. And I don't, like I said, people, I don't judge the book by its cover. I don't care if you've been in jail or prison. It's not up to me to judge you. God is the judge, he's the jury, he's the prosecutor, he's the public defender, he's po-po. He's all 5 of them. It's up to him to judge you. And, in a way I'm judging this guy and his fat wife up on my YouTube channel. I'm not judging him. I don't like his attitude and stuff like that. I don't want his stuff to come up on my YouTube channel. I got kids on here that watch my YouTube channel with their parents. And the parents knows I don't put up with this bull crap. And I will not put up with it. My moderators knows I'm not going to put up with it. They know my medical problems. That's how come I tell you all about my heart attacks, my high blood pressure. And you people know people, doctors, nurses, they tell you people with heart attacks and strokes and high blood pressure not supposed to get upset. And if you people there get somebody upset and die, you could be charged with manslaughter or murder. You could say, well, I didn't know he had a bad heart. Or how. That's how come I put it on my YouTube channel. You cannot come up with that excuse. That's on the advice of a lawyer. And the FBI, it's on my YouTube channel. You know, I tell you all that 50 Po and all that's on everybody's YouTube channel because they're looking for people that might be on the run or a communist or something illegal, a computer hacker. They're looking for people. And I know the FBI's on my YouTube channel. I know there's some 50 people on my YouTube channel. That's a fact. I won't tell you who they are. Let's get back to the police scanner. And I got this phone call, and they asked, what did I do? He said, I heard the police mention your last name. I said, I didn't get pulled over. I didn't run over anybody. I didn't run any stoplights, stop signs. But my last name, there's a whole lot of people in the state of Indiana with the same last name. That's how come I don't judge anybody. I went on court dockets throughout the whole state of Indiana. You'd be surprised with the people with the same name as me, the trouble they've been in. You know, I don't judge people by what they've done. Because God says you deserve a second chance. People, you all remember Charlie Kirk, the guy who got murdered. As you saw on the news, Charlie Kirk's wife forgave the guy that killed her husband. I don't know if I could do that. But that's what God wanted her to do. But God has the final say-so on that guy who killed Charlie Kirk. I do watch his TV show on my TV. Well, it's not him, the people who worked with him. And I believe in Charlie Kirk, what he done in his life. And a good Christian person he was. And, I don't know if I can forgive somebody if they kill my wife or any of my kids. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. I know I believe in God. That's what God wants. But I don't know if I could. I know that's the test with God. If somebody was to kill one of my kids, I'd probably be in jail. I know what I would do, but God don't want me to do that. But I'm an old person, and I don't want anybody to hurt my kids, no matter they're all over 21. But I got grandkids that's under 21. If anybody hurts my grandkids, boy, I hate to be in your shoes. If God don't take care of you, I hate to say what I would do. I would look at the evidence. I know how police department works. I know how prosecutor works. I know how lawyer works. I know how judges work. I used to help a lawyer out doing his law stuff, and he's up in heaven defending people. I know how they work. I know how Popo works. But when you got a good popo out there, we need to keep him. Like that Sergeant Higdon, Hidgon. He's a good police officer. The only thing Scotty Maples wants to do, he promised somebody to promote them to sergeant. He can't do that because they got too many sergeants. And that's a fact, people. He can't do that unless they fire him. They're going to have a rally, I say, in Henryville, Indiana, which is a 19-mile marker. I forget where it is and what day they're going to have it at a time. But I'm not on Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook probably 20 years. Maybe longer, I don't know. But it's up to God, people, to judge you. It's not up to me. But remember, this is my YouTube channel. I run it my way because that's what God wants. And I don't put up with no bull crap. And if I keep getting that, I don't know how he's getting around when I block him from my YouTube channel. I don't know how that happens. Unless he's a computer hacker, he figure out how. But if he keeps it up, I'm going to report him to YouTube. And I'm just not going to do it. But people, this is Sunday night. I'm watching NCIS on TV. What are you looking at, Kathy? Alexi? Well, it's better having kids. You go through Bobby, Tommy, Becky, Vivis, or Jane, Bill, Sarah, or something. Man, I'm glad I never had twins or triplets. I'd really be bald-headed. Because I don't see how you people with twins or triplets or more than triplets can tell them apart. You know, twins and triplets runs in my family. Knock on wood, and I guess God said I don't need twins or triplets. I'm too old to have kids, I would say. You know, so. But I love you all. I want to thank all the new subscribers and the thumbs up. And I appreciate you all that's helping my YouTube channel to grow. And thank God for helping me. You know, God has saved me. When I fell off the porch about 8 to 10 weeks ago, I could have had a concussion. I could have broke my neck, my shoulder, this hand here. I could have broke my back, my hip. I could have broke a bunch of stuff. The doctor at the hospital said I was lucky. I was lucky. I said, I know I'm lucky. But God saved me. God had something special for me, people. And I'm very proud that I didn't break any bones. God is looking for a foxy lady. He knows what I'm looking for in a foxy lady. Not a sugar mama. I don't care if she got money, but she have to have her own vehicle and probably have a job, because you got to have a job to have a vehicle, insurance, gasoline, stuff like that. You know. Hello, RM. Welcome tonight. I done said about the nurses, so I done said that. And I hope you have a good Christmas this year. I just hope you don't have to work on Christmas. You know, because I don't know why people around Christmas time have to drink alcohol and get out there and drive on Christmas Eve and stuff like that. I don't know why they do that at Christmas time. I can never understand why they do something stupid like that Christmas Eve or after midnight Christmas Day. I can't understand why they would do something that stupid. So people, it's time to get off of here. And like I say, I want to thank you all. I don't want you to forget about St. Jude's Hospital and Wounded Warriors. You know, if you can, donate to St. Jude's or Wounded Warriors. And some animal shelters, if you can do that. Help them buy some food for the dogs and cats in the animal shelters. And you people that has a PSC or whatever it is, that let's stop these kill shelters. I wish I had the money. I would stop these kill shelters. I would do that quick. The animals has the same right as us. They have the right to a lawyer in my book. I know they're animals. They have the right to escape the death penalty. That's what these kill shelters do. So people, I salute you. Thank you very much.